Welcome to Hard Way Learning. Today we're working on a 2019 Golf Sportwagen 4Motion, which means it's got the 1.8 liter, it's got a haul deck system, it's got all-wheel drive. And today we are going to show you the most cost-effective way to improve airflow into your little turbo. Easiest way to improve airflow in a Golf Mk7. This is applicable to the Golf R, the Golf GTI, all of the Golfs, A3, S3, any of the 2 liter or 1.8 liter cars, basically. That would be the most concise way to put it. Even the 1.4 is potential, but who really cares about those? The biggest gain you're gonna get is from the air filter and the throttle inlet pipe. So we put this high flow AFE air filter in that box. We take out the snow grate, and then we put a bigger spoolie boy turbo inlet. You can buy them used on the forums. Get a good deal on them. People selling their cars, trade them in. Anyways, let's get started. First things first, we're gonna get a pliers on this clamp here. You can buy a tool for it, link in the description, but if you just wanna be a tough person about it, you can use pliers like Dan's doing here and just try to slip it over. And then from there, you can probably just slide the hose off. Yeah, there you go. And then we've got a 7mm hose clamp on the lower part of the intake tube.
Oh my god, this low resolution DeWalt wrench. Should have brought my Husky.
This is not low resolution. This is a premium. This warm engine is nice.
That hose that I'm touching my hand against is really hot. How much do I need to loosen?
That's probably plenty. There we go.
Seems like that's enough.
So the first thing we will tackle is the turbo inlet pipe. So we'll take this engine cover off. Whoop, whoop, goodbye engine cover. And this is how we make the RS3 more reliable.
Oh, sorry.
You had it already. I thought you knew what you were doing, Dan. All right, and then we're gonna take these 10mm ground straps off. And you're asking me, Kyle, why are you taking the coil pack connections off? It's so that we can get the PCV hose snaked out of here, because it's way easier to get the PCV hose off when the turbo inlet pipe is out of the car. You will see why shortly. Take these 10mm off. We'll get all those off, and then we'll come back to you.
Grounds
have been
no
removed.
longer grounded.
Now we can push our coil pack harnesses up. Man, I thought you knew. Is that one not snapped, maybe?
It was already. Did you pop one in to try and spite me?
Whoa, whoa, language there, huh? Language. We don't want to get demonetized, or else this is all in vain, Dan.
If it wasn't hot up here.
That's what's keeping us warm right now. Oh, there we go. This car is just so new that all these seals are just too good. The RS3's had them pushed off a billion times, so they just pop right out and out of the way. No, we do this guy here, which is a T30 maybe. And now what goofed me up last time is I thought this was gonna pull straight up, but you actually push it backwards. And that's how I almost ruined a $200 PCV setup.
So the best thing to do is to have your buddy buy a similar car and make all the errors
first.
And then you just buy the better version later.
The
better, cheaper, all-wheel drive version with more room.
I actually think I paid less than you did.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. So it goes...
You push it back. Push it backwards, yeah.
Oh, everything is hot.
Yeah, let me see. Is it hot? Oh, gosh. Pretty sure you push it back. We could reference the video that I did for the, there you go. See, I told you to push it back. So then the next thing is the turbo inlet pipe. I think it's like a 7mm hex or something.
Right,
you see the screw?
It looks like
Is it where that arm
T30.
goes? Oh, T30 maybe? T30s for T30s.
Ah,
Is this camera in the way at all?
It's warm. It's just warm over there is all.
All right, there's the screw he's trying to take off there. And then we may have to loosen this coolant line right here
in order to
snake that pipe out of there.
It's another T30.
It's just T30s on T30s today.
T30s at 3:30. Short intermission while we go to Bill's Garden.
Bill's Garden. Today's episode is brought to you by Bill's Garden. All right, so once you get that coolant line loosened up, you just snickety snake that boy out of there. Dan's good at puzzles. All right, there we go. And now we will just alakazam, walla walla bing bang. I think what we want to do is play tug of war. Let me just back into this RS3.
Somebody did like this.
Yeah, it was like a pick though.
That seems like...
Just yoink it. Yep, that's about what it felt like when I did mine. So you just want to lube up your O-ring so that you don't tear it on your way in. Yeah, who left oil in the cap?
You know, I emptied it, so you're welcome.
So you put it in and then you clocker. There we go. Put our T30 back in there.
Why does that bent? It doesn't line up.
Really?
So that's a problem. Really doesn't line up.
Like literally won't.
Well,
Can we refund it with something?
Okay.
It's a rental.
No, it ain't.
Dan's got to make this last 300,000 miles.
And here we are with a pry bar.
Got 12,000 miles. Can you pry it and then start screwing it in? Oh yeah, moving the whole engine.
That's really...
I'd recommend my CTS China Special over this Forge, wherever they make them. Why is that so messed up?
I don't know.
We had to do a little massaging on this used turbo inlet.
Shout out to this user on Golf Mk7.com.
Thank you for snapping the support arm on the turbo inlet pipe that you sold us. You are a hack. Honest mistake, really. But don't ever buy anything from this user. Go trash them. Just kidding. I'm not actually going to share with you what asshole sold this to us.
You know who you are, asshole.
You know who you are, and we know where you live. So if you have this same issue with a forged inlet pipe that you bought used from someone, because
You want to just tighten that?
oh gosh, now Dan wants me to actually work on his car. Jeez. All right, so now we're going to snake this old PCV hose. I don't know why Dan's doing it the hard way, but we do call our channel Hard Way Learning. Just gotta twist that little shimmery shimmer. Really easy to put back on. Reattach everything. We got a big spicy inlet on there. Big spicy smooth intake hose. And we'll show you how to do the old snow grate removal and AFE drop-in filter. All right, so now we're gonna open up the old intake box, get the snow grate out, and you're gonna have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 T25 bolts. So you get this snow grate out of here because it ain't good for nothing. It just restricts the airflow. There's like 4 separate little hooks. Yeah, I broke that same exact one. If you could maybe sneak a little flathead on the edge. You could just disconnect your SAI. Get this whole box out of the way. There. Your runner flap reference hose. This is what's called the snow grate removal. You gotta pull vertically.
I know, but doesn't that tab have to kind of come out too?
No, just pull it vertically. I mean, realistically, you could just yeet this thing out, because are you ever realistically gonna put it back in?
Hope not.
Man, I don't remember having so much problems with mine. Could you get a hook under this middle one?
Is there something in the bottom?
No.
Well, then let's...
Get your fingers and pull straight up. There you go. All right, and that opens up a lot of airflow for you. You go from this sorry sap to this spoolie boy special. Just sits in the top there like that, and then you put your intake back on like this, and you make 40 more CFMs at 2.5 inches of mercury or something like. Magic.
T25.
So you can see there's an inlet here, and we're gonna block this off, and then we want to open up this intake, so it just scoops right in. You just gotta like push this little tab down, get this little coolant hose off. Oh, Bessie. Let me sneak that end off first, and then scoopity-doo-dah the rest of the way. And then we'll try to Dremel this guy out somehow and block off the other side. Choice! We'll hook you up with the part number in the description, but this is off of because they
It's like
just...
a Euro block off.
They don't want any airflow going into there. We don't actually know what we're doing, if that wasn't apparent already. You had it snapped in already, didn't you? Looks like this little guy's got to come. You got to put the bottom on first, and then swing the top over, and then tap them in. Tap it in. Screw them self-tapperoos in.
Self-tappers from Euro Tuning.
That
There's
doesn't
not
seem
like a
white.
perfect seal though.
They're actually not self-tapping screws, so we had to do a little drillage.
Guide hole for these two pseudo self-tapping screws, and then wish that the trigger on this drill
There it is.
properly blocked off. Keep sharp drill bits, kids.